I love Catholics. I have so much respect for Catholics. My wife is baptized Catholic. I have big problems with the papacy and the scriptural justification for it. The Mariology is a little bit too much for me, and we can talk about that if you want. Transubstantiation I could get over, which of course is the Eucharist. I could get over that. And finally, by the fruit you will know it. And I cannot say the fruit of the Vatican in the last 100 years is something that I'm attracted to.
Okay.
Especially with this Pope.
So what about transubstantiation of the Eucharist, right?
I could get over that.
But in your faith, do you guys believe in the true presence?
So for example, we believe in the presence of the Holy Spirit and the presence of Christ. But for example, Christ called himself a door. He called himself a shepherd. So we don't take everything that Christ said woodenly or literally, right? So we say when Jesus said, "This is my body, this is my bread," he was talking similarly metaphorically as he did with other metaphors throughout the scriptures. The Catholic interpretation, which might be right, we'll find out when we go to heaven, right, is that he was saying that you actually have my physical presence of the divine when you take the Eucharist. We as evangelicals do not share that belief.
Right, so how would you respond to early church fathers, 1st, 2nd century, like St. Justin Martyr, saying, unless you eat, I mean, Christ says himself, unless you eat my flesh and you drink my blood, you have no life within you, right? So how would you take that gamble based on yourself?
We think it's a metaphor.
Okay, so even
And
the early church fathers,
there was disagreement with early church.
even the early church fathers who were very clear and consistent, Antioch, St. Ignatius, Augustine, right, St. Justin Martyr, all very clear that this is the true flesh, the true blood.
That is the best argument for the
right. So
I have no response.
Okay. All right, thank you
The
very much.
best argument is early church fathers that built the tradition of the church, that were in the closest historical proximity. That is the best. That is the best argument of it.
Thank you very much for all your work.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm willing to acknowledge it when someone has a good argument. Who disagrees? Anyone? Yes. Want to come up?